Hope everybody's having an amazing day. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Your credit summit tickets. Sweet. All right. So I hope everybody's doing great. Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We are, we're like 3 weeks away. We're 3 weeks away from the credit summit, guys. Like 3 weeks away. So I can't wait. I can't wait. Somebody in here got bad credit. I know somebody on this live got bad credit. We're finna talk about it today. If you guys have not secured your ticket to the credit summit, you know what to do. If you're on Instagram, comment the word summit. If you're on Instagram, comment the word summit. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you definitely need to get the link for the credit summit. So you can text, or I'm just going to drop it right now. Let me go to DoreenDelavante.com and let me get you the link for the credit summit. All right, so we're going to do that. Then we're going to get into some bad credit stuff. How many of y'all heard about Mohila and the fact that Mohila cannot service student loans anymore? How many people know about that? Round 2 letter certified, telling local people they are coming, people need help. Yeah, most definitely they do. They do, official KSOL. They do need help. And the craziest thing is, the, the craziest thing about it is, a lot of people, most people have been programmed, right? They've been programmed. They've been programmed, and the way how a lot of people are programmed is it's become the new norm, where you think paying 15%, 20%, 25%, 30% interest rate is something normal. It is not normal. I'm going to say this again. Paying 10, 15, 20, 25%, 30% interest rate is not normal. It is not normal, guys. It is not normal. Okay? It is not normal. It is it is not normal to pay 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30% interest rate. It is not normal. That is called criminal. That's what that is called. That is not normal. And you, ladies and gentlemen, you need to put yourself back in a good position. And it starts with fixing your credit. Sometimes it's not a lot of stuff that you guys have on there. It could be just misspelled names, addresses, phone numbers, or maybe a collection that has even passed the statute of limitation, but it's still on your credit because you never disputed it. It could be so easy to get your negative items deleted, but because you never paid attention to what's on your report, you are going on for years paying excess interest rate, late fees, and just having these corporations rip the wealth out of your pocket, out of your pocketbook, from your paychecks, paying collections that you don't even have to pay. So at what point, ladies and gentlemen, at what point do we say enough is enough? Right? At what point do we say enough is enough? At what point do we say it's time for me to be responsible. It's time for me to fix my credit. It's time for me to refinance this home. It's time for me to get a new car. It's time for me to go on a vacation with the family. It's time for me to maximize these credit card reward points. At what point do we say that this is what we're going to do? Or are we going to keep paying 15, 10, 20, 30, 40% interest rate? Are we still going to go to the payday shop? Are we the payday loan shop? Are we still going to go to the pawn shop? Are we still going to go to the check cashing places? Are we still going to be in a position of inferiority where the banks and the corporations are superior and taking advantage? Well, like, at what point do we say enough is enough? Because I want to know what your turning point is going to be. Are you going to work the next 10 years paying off a $30,000 debt where the interest rate is 15% and you didn't even know that maybe your state usury law is 8% and you've been paying twice the amount of interest rate? Like, at what point you're gonna keep paying on this used car that the interest rates are 15, 25, and 30% when your state usury law may have capped it at 12%? Like, at what point do we say enough is enough? At what point do we say it's time for me to make a change? At what point are you going to wait until there is absolutely nothing left? That's it. You're barely living hand to mouth. You can't even go on a vacation. Like, are we going to wait until it's that bad? Are we going to wait until the roof starts leaking before we fix it? Because for almost 30 days, I've been on here. I've been doing this for years. And coming on live almost 30 days straight now. Like, you have bad credit. That's number one. You know for a fact that everything that is on your credit can be deleted. You know these facts, right? Some of you know that you're paying high interest rate. Some of you are paying double what your state allows. Some of you are paying debt collectors on a debt that has passed the statute of limitations. Some of you are riding around in a used car where the interest rates is triple what your state usury law allows. At what point do you say, I'm going to stop being a victim? Am I going to stop having people or these corporations take advantage? At what point? Like, at what point? Can't go on a vacation, don't have any spending money to do anything. You can't even invest because everything that you're paying is going towards interest rate. Nothing's going on your principal. Then you're wondering why the payments don't look like it's moving. Well, it's not moving because majority of your payments are going to interest rate. So at what point, guys? I want to know. Like, at what point? At what point do we say that it's time for me to make a change? It's time for me to be educated. It's time for my family to be educated. A lot of you might even have kids. Your kids are 15, 16. You're still giving your kids allowances, cash. Well, you shouldn't be giving your kids cash allowance. If you're giving your child an allowance, it should be in the form of a secured credit card. You can go and put your child on a bank account. My son is 7 years old. Well, he just turned 8. And he has his own bank account. So I know you can go and open up a bank account for your children. I know that for a fact. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, you can't open up a bank account because he's a minor. No, you can open the bank account. You can. I know that for a fact. You open up the bank account, right? And you do a secured credit card. If you're giving kids allowances, it should be through a credit card. Stop teaching your kids how to spend cash. It should be through a credit card, a secured credit card. So if their allowance is $50 for the month or $100 for the month, that should be going on a secured credit card, right? And When you give them the cash, you bring them to the bank and have them deposited into the bank account and then teach them how these kids are smart. We're talking about internet kids. These kids these days are smart. They know how to operate your iPhone, your tablet, your smartwatch, the TV. Even at 5 years old, they're navigating a whole tablet. So don't tell me that, oh, my kids don't know how to do it. Nope, that's a lie. Right? Um so, like at like we gotta be smart about this stuff, guys. We gotta be smart about this stuff. we gotta be smart about this stuff. And some of you might be overlooking it. Like, if you have a child that's between 10 and 14 years old and you're giving that child allowance, that allowance should be on a secured credit card. Stop giving the kids cash. Teach them how to use and leverage a credit system. Have them start building out their profiles. Put them on as authorized users, right? Put them on as authorized users, right? So put them on as authorized users and let's start educating them the right way, right? It's important that we educate our kids the right way. It's time. Like, so I have a call tomorrow to join the university. Let's go. That's the type of steps that I'm talking about. Shout out to you, bro. Um, the Nail Operation LLC. Shout out to you. Taking steps. Shout out to you. Let's go. And by the way, let's get you. Yeah, so yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. At what point do we change the narrative? Are we going to be the next generation that's going to say, you should cut up your credit cards, you should not use debt, you should get out of debt? Guys, debt is money. There is no lawful money in America. Lawful money is coin of silver, coin of gold. It's not here anymore, right? We're using debt. We're using negotiable instruments. We are using debt. Money is created when debt's borrowed. That's how the system creates it. And you are saving, saving, saving. They're printing, printing, printing. Inflation is still going up. It costs more dollars to purchase the same thing. The same house on the same block with the same amount of square footage 5 years ago was probably $100,000 less than what it is now. 9 years ago, it probably was $150,000 less than it is now. Same house. But why does it take more dollars to buy the same house? 9 years ago, the same house cost maybe 100,000. Today, it's 400,000. Same house. But 9 years ago, you could have gotten it for 150,000. So why is it costing so much more to buy the same thing? Some of y'all are not even thinking about that. There's a lot of you not thinking about that. Why does it cost the same amount? Why does it cost the same amount, ladies and gentlemen? Why does it cost the same amount? So my question to you is this. I'm having the most interesting conversation here. Anyway, so, all right. There's not a lot of conferences, right? There's not a lot of conferences that you're able to bring your family to. You're not able to bring your kids. Guys, we need to make learning cool again. And some of you are going to say, well, Daraine, I need to find a babysitter. No, bring the kids. Bring the kids to the Credit Summit. Why? Education starts in the home. Education needs to be a family thing. And then somebody's going to say, Daraine, well, I'm a single mom of 3 or a single mom of 2. How do I do that? I'm sure you get a day off at least one day a week. Yes, you can use a few hours to reset. But at what point are we teaching our kids the right stuff? We cannot be growing financial illiterate kids. They're going to cost a lot. They're going to be taken advantage of by the system. Our jobs as parents, whether you're a mom or a dad, is to protect. What's then like what's the point of doing all of this? Like, what's the point of doing all of this? What is the point of doing all of this if we're not setting ourselves up for a better future? What's the point of doing all of this? And I would love somebody to join me on the live. Somebody join me on the live because I'm just over here talking to myself. Join me on the live. What's the point of doing all of this? What is your whole existence for? Isn't it to have a life of abundance? Isn't it to have something greater than what you currently have? I see somebody coming on the live. Seems like we're about to get spicy right now. Let's get it. What's the point of all of this? Why are you going to work 8 hours a day, 7 days a week?
My boy say you bored.
Talk to me, bro. What's up?
What's going on? What's going on, brother?
Talk to me, King. What's popping?
Just chilling. So I had bought those late payment letters. And then you had told me to hop on a live and discuss, see if I did it wrong because they didn't go through.
Mm-hmm. So, do you remember what was in the? Do you remember what's inside of the letters that you sent?
What you mean? Like what? Like specifically
Mm-hmm.
the letters I sent? I just sent whatever you had on the letter. I just sent that.
So that's rule number one, right? Rule number one is we got to be cognizant of what we're sending out. Remember,
Okay.
Education is the key to enlightenment. There's no going around that part, right?
Yep.
And if you send out remember now, you send out a letter, you cannot control how they respond, right?
Yeah.
You know what's in there, or you should know what's in there, but you don't control how they respond. So a question like this where, okay, what exactly did you send out? There's 7 different variations of the late payment letter. 7 different variations. So me hearing that you send out a late payment letter, I don't know which one. There's 7 variations of it. There's one for Bank of America.
It had came with 2 of them. It had came with the 2, with the round 1 and the round 2 letter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had sent those ones.
Dude, there's a lot of.
How many letters you got? Damn.
You want to go take a look at my website? There's over 60 letters on my website, bro.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I gotta go check.
So it like you have to know the context, because how do you know how they're supposed to respond to you if you don't know what you're asking for? You got to know what you're demanding.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sending it alone is not enough.
Huh?
Sending it alone is not enough. We must comprehend what we're sending out. Because it's only through the education and the enlightenment will you be able to say, no, Capital One, you do not furnish a late payment on my credit because you were not in compliance. The law states that you're supposed to send out a periodic statement. It's supposed to have information from 1637B. It's supposed to be mailed or delivered 21 days or less before my payment due date. It's supposed to have all of these things in there. Where are the proof? Where's the proof? So you going in from that angle is completely different than I sent in a letter and they didn't respond to me. You get what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's a completely different type of aura and a completely different type of positioning that you're going to have. Because now Capital One can't say, oh, the payment is late. What made the payment late?
Yeah. So I need to find out the specifics and then go from there?
No, the specifics are in the letter, but you need to know and comprehend what you're sending out, because knowing what you're requesting, this is what you are going to be demanding from them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the letters and see and go from there, and then hop on another one live so we can go a little bit more in detail.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, sir. Love, brother.
All right, my brother. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Why are we paying so much money for your assistance, but we have to do the work ourselves? That's an amazing question, Dollface Slims. So, the first response to your question is the best is not the cheapest, and the cheapest is not the best, right? So, from my years of experience and my education and my time, which is so invaluable, time is not equal to money, but it will cost, right? An educated consumer is a dangerous consumer. My people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. So, if that is true, the opposite must also be true. And the opposite states that if my people are educated, then my people will not be destroyed. So, if you give a man a fish, he eats for the day, right? That's it. So if I do the work for you, I retain the knowledge, the information. Well, what happens in a year or 2 years or 3 years if something like this happens again? You have to pay somebody else. But if you know, Dollface, are educated on what you need to do for the rest of your life, baby girl, you will never have to pay anybody ever again because you have now learned and acquired a skill where a credit score does not matter to you because you know how to repair, rebuild, restore any credit profile, sue any debt collector, learn how to leverage and use consumer laws, have them compliant. That is the price. There's a cost in life for everything. It's just my cost for you to access my knowledge so you can invest in yourself through me so you have the rest of your years retaining the information to do whatever you want to do with it. All right, I see India in the comment. I see, okay, he's a teacher. Yes, I am. He teaches you he teaches you what you know or what you need to know. I agree. I agree. Summit, Darain, Wagwan. Wagwan! What's up? What's up, my Jamaicans in the building? Wagwan. You good, bro? Yeah, man, my good. Shout out to David in the building. What's going on, humble boss? Right. So, guys, remember, yes. I figured it was a typo. Guys, we have to remember, 9 times out of 10, you pay for what you get. And the reason why a lot of people get sucked into these credit sweeps is because somebody says, give me $200, I'll sweep your whole credit. All right, they go file some fake identity theft information, fake affidavit, fake police reports. The account gets deleted, then it gets put back. Boom, gets put back on your credit. Then what? Now you can't find this person that did that credit sweep for you because they're gone, right? They got some hack. They ran a play, they ran up a bag, and they're gone. With me, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a coach. You're getting someone. There ain't me need help with one little something. Right? You're getting a coach that's going to be there with you. You're getting a coach that every week you have access to me via our mentorship call, via our online platforms, via lives, via webinars. There's so many ways for you to gain access to me. Access to me costs. It's not cheap. I spent over $350,000 last year learning different skills, learning more information, buying more books, joining more programs. It costs to access my information. It is not free. It's not. So this is me being transparent. I run a business. I have over 25 team members. Payroll got to get met. Free is not going to pay it. Does it cost? Yes, but I can tell you what's even better. For what it is going to cost you to learn from me what you can get is significantly more. Because if you gotta respect the hustle, it's not even a hustle, it's a lifestyle. Education is something that will set you free. And when you learn this credit game, all right, most of you know about business funding, right? Most of you know about business funding, personal funding. And when you put your credit in position, guys, overnight, literally, overnight, you can run a sequence, and that sequence can get you anywhere from 100 to 250,000. So when we think about it, who really is getting the short end of the stick here? Right? So if you give me $100 and I give you $1,000 back, you just made a whole killing. If you give me $1,000 and through the information you get access to $10,000 worth of stuff, you still won. If you give me 10,000 and you get access to $100,000 worth of stuff, you are still winning. All right, I got money and I can't refi because one of the derogatory, he definitely teaching the truth. So let's talk about that derogatory. What derogatory is on your credit? So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So, and by the way, let me say this too. Let, let me let me say this. Refinance. Some of you late payment from Truist. So, all right, we're going to talk about late payment in just a minute. When it comes to refinance, guys, and most of you are not aware, they sold it already. I need more information. Queen, can you join me on the live? I need more. Queen, I need you on the live. I need more info. When it comes to refinance, the mortgage industry will never tell you the truth, right? Queen, what's up?
Hey, Doreen, what going?
Where are you?
They are listening to you on the live here. What's up?
All right.
Let me speak proper so they can hear me.
All right. So we're going to talk about the refinance first, then we're going to talk about the late payment. All right.
All right, cool.
All right. The industry has misled a lot of people when it comes to a mortgage. And let me explain this, and you can go verify this information with any mortgage lender you know if they're going to tell you the truth. The first 5 to 7, maybe 10 years of your mortgage, majority of your payments go towards interest rate. You're a homeowner, right?
Yeah, and a business.
Okay. So I want you to check where majority of how long have you had your property, your home?
Well, I've been doing real estate for like over 5 years now. But what you're saying is correct. Majority of for your first monthly payments goes towards your interest, and not the principal. So yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just have you mute your background a little, and then I'm just gonna give you some game.
How do I do it? I don't even know how to do it. Do I just mute the mic?
Yeah, just mute the mic. Yeah, just mute the mic. All right, good. Shout out to my guy Marvin Francois, Mr. Francois in the building. All right. So let me break this down. Guys, I'm gonna break this down. And you can go verify this information with anybody in the mortgage or real estate industry. The first 5 to 8 years, maybe 10 years of your mortgage, when you pay that note, right? Majority of it is going to interest, right? So majority of what you're paying, that mortgage note that you're paying every month, majority of it is going to interest. Now, what happens at around year 7 to 10 is it shifts. Where majority was going to interest, majority starts going to principal, right? So now we have majority going to principal and less going to interest. Between year 5 to year 10, you will get a letter in the mail saying, hey, interest rates are low. It's time for you to refinance. We can refinance you to a point lower. So if you're at 6%, hey, we probably can get you at 5%. If you're at 5, they'll say, oh, we probably could get you at 4.5. And then look at the amount of money you're going to save. That is a lie. That is a scam. You are not going to save anything. Remember, you reset the clock. When you refinance, you reset the clock. So the next 5 to 10 years of you refinancing, majority starts going back to interest. So now we're 15 years in this mortgage or 20 years in this mortgage where majority of your payments went to interest and very little went to principal. What you need to do, and this is by no way, shape, or form financial advice, right? But what you need to do is take a different approach. Versus refinancing the home, you need to open up what is called a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, right? Open up a home equity line of credit.
Doreen, let me stop you right there. So this refinance is not for a personal property, it's for the business. So it's on the business side. So I have to refinance out of a construction loan into a 30-year mortgage, but this derogatory is impeding that.
I got you.
And even though the property is like the deal is good, it's cash flowing and everything, I cannot get a lender to lend me the money to do the refi because of this one derogatory. So it is important for good credit. So that's what I want. That's what I was commenting.
I got you.
Even when you got money and the asset, if your credit's not good, they're not gonna take it because the underwriting guidelines have to be what they are. They're already set in stone. So the banks have to tick all those boxes. And if that goes against their underwriting guidelines, you're not gonna get no funds.
I got you for that. I got you for that. I got you for that. Yeah, I got you. I got you. So when it comes to like your personal residence, guys, so if it's an investment property, it's a completely different game. For investment properties, we don't care about interest rate. But for those of you that have a home, a mortgage, like be very careful when they try to solicitate you for a refinance. All right. Now, so you open up your HELOC, home equity line of credit, right? Open up your HELOC, and then now the checks from the HELOC, you can use that to take care of your monthly expenses. And what you do now is whatever income you're having, you throw all your income at the mortgage. So if you get paid twice a month, you're paying the mortgage twice a month. So your entire income is going to the mortgage, and basically that HELOC that you have, your monthly expenses are covered through the HELOC. So you're only paying interest on what you use on the HELOC. So you're pushing all of that in there. And by double paying the mortgage, you're able to cut a mortgage down from 30 years to probably 10, maybe 7. Now, when it comes to the late payment, a late payment only exists if you let it. Late payments aren't real things. They're only real if you let them be real. What do I mean by that? All right. When it comes to a late payment, there are a few things that the lender must do. Well, there's actually 5 things. Give me 1 second. All right. So when it comes to a late payment, there's 5 key things that must happen, right? A creditor cannot treat a payment as late. So if they say that you're supposed to pay on March 15th and then you paid April 10th, they can't treat you late. There's nothing in the law for late payment that says that if you are over a 30-day cycle, it means you're late. That was made up. Nothing in the law speaks about you paying anything over it. That's not what constitutes a late payment. The only things that can contribute or that authorizes the payment to be late based on internal stipulations are found in 15 U.S.C. 1666b. And what that says is this: a creditor cannot treat a payment as late for any purpose unless they are sending out these periodic statements. And these periodic statements that they are sending out must have information from section 1637b. In addition to that, it must be mailed or delivered. not later than 21 days before the payment due date. In addition to that, a financial institution, if a financial institution is going to put a negative notice or negative information on your consumer report, by law, they must send you a negative notice information or a negative information notice. What is that? A notice that says we are going to put this negative information on your consumer report at a consumer reporting agency, right? And that must be done either prior to or within 30 days of this negative information being furnished to a consumer reporting agency. 5 things. So let me ask you a question now.
Go on.
Did Truist send you that periodic statement with information from section 1637B?
Nope.
The second thing I want to know is, was it mailed or delivered to you?
Nope.
All right. Did they send it 21 days or less before the payment due date?
Yes, I think they did.
Did you get a negative information notice that this negative information was...
The disclosures didn't come. Nope, didn't get the disclosures.
Then the late payment is on your credit
So
illegally.
who do I go? Am I going directly to Truist, or do I go directly to the credit reporters?
Both. So what you need are the late payment deletion letters. Comment the word late payment in the chat. You or DM the word late payment to me.
Just DM it to you?
Yes,
Okay.
you should get a link to the late payment deletion guide. All the late payment letters are in there, and you're going to see the one that says late payment to CRA, that's TransUnion Equifax Experian, and late payment to creditor. And all you got to do is just modify it, put your information in it, and send it out. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. And how much is that in a bundle, or is it just by itself?
You can get it by itself. So if you want it by itself, you would go to DoraineDelavante.com. But I recommend the bundle because you might have to do more than one round.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So that's why I would recommend it that way. No problem.
I'm gonna get it done right now.
No problem. No problem. And what you can do too is, if you only have a late payment, comment the word community.
It's the only thing on my credit. Like, there's nothing else. I don't have no student loans, no debt, no nothing. Just my credit cards. That's it. And that's the only derogatory. And I went to the bank to try to get them to accept the payment. The manager, I spoke with the manager in the branch. They call their back office. That's what they call it. So they call into the back office and then let the back office know, because what happened was I was in the hospital. So when I was in the hospital, I wasn't thinking about no bills and none of that. I'm trying to save my life. I had an emergency surgery. So when I came out, after you get better, all of that stuff, I went to the bank. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to settle this debt. They're like, it's too late. It's out of our hands. But the calls are coming in as if it's Truist. But Truist already confirmed they sold the debt.
So hold on. Who has it? A debt collector?
I think so, but they're calling as if they're still Truist. But when I went into the branch and I spoke with the back office, they weren't even willing to take my money, because I'm like, hey, I'm here to settle the debt. And they're like, no, we can't take no money. We can't do nothing for you because it's out of our system. I'm like, how is it out of your system, but other people are calling me?
No, this is perfect. No, this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh, so this goes into the other side of consumer law now. All right. So now we need to know who exactly has. So who's reporting it on your credit?
Truist.
So you're seeing Truist. You're not seeing.
Nope.
You're not seeing Midland. You're not seeing LV&V.
Nope. It's showing Truist.
You're seeing
Truist. When I
Truist.
went to the bank, they say they can't take my money to settle the debt because they sold it.
That's fine. We ain't worried about that part. That part's fine. You're a real estate investor. So in your ordinary course of business, right? Your personal credit is used as a part. All right.
Personal guarantee.
So what we're going to do right now is you need to send off those late payment letters. I recommend you get the bundle. Don't get the single letter. Get the bundle.
Okay.
So once you get the bundle, you send off the round one. You're going to see R1. R1 means round one.
Gotcha.
Right? So R1 to CRA, R1 to creditor. You're going to see those. You're going to send them off. So you're sending off 4 letters. One to TransUnion, one to Equifax, one to Experian, one to
On to
Truist.
Truist.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Yep.
So when you send those off now, what you just did, you put them on notice and you're
Right.
requesting certain things. And if
Okay.
they don't send them to you, then we're going to have a problem. So for this, because you only have a late payment,
It's over
join.
90 days now, so I know by law they have to report that as bad debt on the government to the government. So
Well,
I know
not yet. They have 120 to,
it's 120.
yeah, 120 to
Okay.
180 before they charge it off.
Oh, okay.
But we ain't worried about that part. We're talking, so we need to establish the fact that they're negligent and they're not
Exactly.
compliant. By doing that now, do you already have a denial letter from the bank because of the,
Yeah.
you can't refinance?
Yep.
I want you to keep it. Make sure you keep
Okay.
it. Every
Okay.
denial you've ever get because of that, I want you to keep them.
Okay.
Comment the word community. I have a $67 a month community, right? I want you to join it because I can coach you. You only have a late payment. So there's
That's
no
it.
need for you to join the university, but you
I ain't got
will
nothing
need
there.
coaching.
Gotcha.
So
I
two
don't want
things.
to do the other stuff, to be honest with you. Like, this has just been, this is my first time ever having a late payment on my credit report. Since
But what
I
I'm
was
saying,
15 years
through
old.
this late payment process, in order for you to get remedy, you're going to need the coaching. So if you are not on the cause, there's certain things you won't be able to get. So the $67 per month community, I'm able to, because we meet right now in 10 minutes. So I'm about to end the call in about 10 minutes
Okay.
because we have a mentorship call. That's a call where you need to be on because now we can go through the letters. Stuff that I can't do on live, I can do it
I
there
got
with
you.
you.
I got you. I got
You
you.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
I got
so
you.
comment the word community and comment the word late payment. Get those.
You want me to
In
put it right here or just DM it?
Tell you what, go to my website, go to theRainDelavante.com. It will make it so much easier.
You're going to take me off of the live if I do.
Oh, you're doing it on your cell phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
All right, that's fine. Go see if you can do it and then come back. The word community, though, it should give you a link to my school community. We are about to start a coaching call in 12 minutes. So I'm getting off this live in 10 minutes.
All right,
Right?
I'm going to just hop on that then.
Yeah, so come over there and then now I can really walk you through this late payment letter.
I got you. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna go mute. I'm gonna DM you right now, and then I'll hop on that call.
Yeah, or just go to the website. If you go to the website, you'll be able to get access faster. So it's theRainDelavante.com. So look in my bio, you might see the link.
Bro.
All
I
right.
know how to find you.
All right, cool. Just find the
All right,
website and then you go there and then we'll go from there.
All right, look a bit. No
All right,
stress.
later.
Thank you.
We're finna get you right, Queen. We're gonna get you right.
All right, thanks, bro.
No problem.
All right.
All right. So, oh, you guys totally just witnessed a whole coaching session, huh? Yeah, that's what it's like, ladies and gentlemen. Being in the community, being a part of something like everything in life, guys. We need coaches for different things. All right, we need coaches for different things, and you'll realize very soon that you can spend a long time figuring it out, or you could just tap into somebody that has figured it out already. So for those of you that want late payment, there you go. Just go over to the Shopify website, and you'll be able to get it there. All right. Now, guys, the Credit Summit is, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a life-changing experience. So for those of you that's in the Atlanta area, make sure you guys come on. For those of you that are out of town, make sure you fly in. This Credit Summit is something for us. It's for us. We're talking about people like us teaching, learning, growing, guys. Financial literacy begins with us. We cannot leave our education for somebody else to come and educate you. Because guess what? If someone comes in and educate you that is not like you, they're going to teach you their story. We have our own story to write. Let's start writing our own stories with each other. We have the skills, we have the resources, we have the talent. I honestly don't know why we keep going outside of our network in order to be great. I don't understand why. I don't get why we are in other people's network when we have our own. We have the lawyers, we have the CPAs, we have the financial literacy coaches, we have everything. We do, right? We have it all. Why aren't we collaborating and supporting each other's growth? We have all the resources. So why is it so difficult for us to come together and really learn from each other and go out in this world and be the best version of ourselves? Why? We have the tools, ladies and gentlemen. We have all the information. We have the tools. We have the resources. So before I go, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are just joining, thank you so much for joining the live. Comment the word summit, guys. The credit summit goes down October 11 through 13. 11 through 13 here in Atlanta. It's going to be in Buckhead, Atlanta. All right. So for those of you that are wondering where it's going to be, it's right here in Buckhead, Atlanta. It's going to be right here in Buckhead in Atlanta. October 11 through 13. Comment the word summit. If you're on Instagram, comment the word summit, guys, and get your tickets. Comment the word summit. All right, coaching. Comment the word summit. And for those of you on YouTube, for those of you on Facebook, I am going to drop you the link right now for the credit summit going down October 11th through 13. I got to get out of here right now, guys. I have a mentorship call with my school community. Let me see something. All right, the connoisseur hustler, you got 3 minutes. I'm going to do this. We got 3 minutes because I got to go get ready for my next call. We got 3 minutes. Let me see what you got. You got 3 minutes, connoisseur. What you got for me? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing night. I'm going to take this coaching call right now. I got to go. We got a coaching call in 7 minutes. For those of you that want to be a part of it. So for those of you that want to be a part of the school community, let me drop that right now too before I go. For those of you on Instagram that want to be a part of this community, comment the word community. If you're on Instagram, comment the word community. If you're on Instagram, for those of you that want to be a part of this coaching. And for those of you on YouTube and Facebook, I am going to drop the link right now. Let me drop this link right now. So for those of you on YouTube and on Facebook and YouTube, that's the link that I just dropped for you to join my school community. We are about to go live right now for a coaching call. So that's the link. Guys, for those of you on Instagram, if you don't get a link, I want you to check the link in my bio. Check the link in my bio. You should be able to join from there. Check the link in my bio as well. So if you've commented the word community and you did not get the link or you did not check, just the link in my bio. Let me make sure. The link in my bio. The link in my bio goes there. I had a question. So I purchased your charge-off letter and I sent the letter out to the company. Now the companies are calling. What should be the next step? I wish I had enough time to give you that information, Michelle, but I do have to go over to this coaching call. Join me in the coaching call. Go to the link in my bio. That's what I was about to check. Link in my bio, and it has the information for you to join my school community, okay? Join the school community. All the information is in the link in my bio. Just go to the link in my bio, all right? I got to go, guys. I got to go get this mentorship call going. I'm going to talk to y'all later, all right?